Jessica Simpkins was raped by her pastor in March of 2008. She was 15 at the time. The church that we were in litigation with had knowledge of 2 prior incidents involving this particular pastor. The basis for our suit was that the church had knowledge that this man was a sexual predator.
We started out by going to the county courts where it was a trial by jury. They knew the church was in the wrong and they needed to be held accountable. So the jury agreed with me and with my lawyers that they could have done something to prevent this from happening.
Jessica was awarded $3.5 million in pain and suffering. There was a 2005 tort reform law passed on a partisan basis. That law was applied to Jessica's case. Her verdict was reduced initially to $350,000 and then to $250,000 based upon another ruling by the trial court.
At the end of the court hearings, we found out about these tort caps and we had to go to the Court of Appeals.
So we appealed all the way to the Ohio Supreme Court.
But they too stayed with the caps and didn't overrule them.
The Supreme Court decision was a 3-2 decision. There were 2 dissents. Justice Pfeiffer pointed out, as we did in our brief and argued all along, all the way up to the Supreme Court, that the law in Ohio actually protects those who rape children.
It was frustrating because I just feel like they're protecting the church and not holding them accountable for what they did, because if they would have stopped the pastor from going to this church, this would have never happened. I sent a letter to Governor Kasich about my case, what had happened, how it affected me, and I got no response, nothing back from him.
Jessica has shown tremendous courage. She has spoken out against the law. She's given interview after interview.
I'm hoping with this award and it becoming more visible to the public, hopefully after so many people are going forward about this and fighting against it, maybe one of these days we'll change the law. What drives me to advocate for people is I want people to fight for what they think is right, because it makes me realize that there are people out there that are fighting for the same cause that myself and my lawyer John Fitch are fighting for, which is fighting for the victims in these cases. It's just good to know that other people are fighting for the same thing.